Hello. Today I want to encourage you. We went home to Kansas to vote this past weekend, and we left in 70, 80 degree weather. Got to Kansas, it was beautiful. Then the next day it turned kind of chilly-ish. I went to the 50s, not bad at all. And then the day that we left to come back here, it was to New Mexico. It was like 40s when we left. And the journey back just so spoke to me and to my spirit, because the journey back was filled with, I was in a training, so I was not driving. And I was focused. I was focused on my training. So when we stopped in Oklahoma for a break, I had no clue that it was icing. We had ice on our mirrors on the truck that had built up. I didn't know. I didn't know the temperature had dropped to 30 degrees or less. And then we drove out of that. We drove into rain. It warmed up and we got into some rain. And then we went into little ice crystals or sleet. And then at one point we warmed back up again and we were up in the 40s, 50s. And then we hit, we were in Springer, so we hit some snow before Springer, but once we got off the path and we were at Springer on the rest of the way home, which is about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hour drive. We got off into the mountains. Beautiful, beautiful drive. I'll try to share some of those pictures. And we went through beautiful weather, to mist, to sleet, to rain, to snow. And it was beautiful. Absolutely spectacularly beautiful, because I was inside my vehicle. It was comfortable. My son was driving, doing an amazing job, because I have all the confidence in the world in my sons. They are the best drivers. And then we get maybe 20, 30 minutes from home, and all of a sudden we're back to 64 degrees. I'm like, what? We were just like 30, 40 minutes from home in snow, but now we're back to 64 degrees. And I'm like, how is that so much like our lives? We go through so many different changes, so many different seasons. And we can either go through it and see the beauty and appreciate and be at peace and contentment in where we're at, in the season that we're at, in the experience that we're at, and be the portal that we're created to be, to do what we're created to do in that time and that place, to be the light. Or we can go through and we can be complaining and griping, missing all the blessings, missing all the beauty, and only focusing on the negative and the selfish, oh, woe is me stuff. We get to choose that. Even if you have other people in the vehicle, which I did not, but even if you had other people in the vehicle that were choosing, or in your life around you that are choosing to be in the negative, you don't have to choose to be in the negative. You can choose to be the light. You can choose to look at and to see the positive, and to focus on the goodness and the blessing, and to love every moment of it. So I'm challenging you today. Look at your surroundings, look at where you're at, and make a choice. Which do you choose? Do you choose to see the beauty and to thoroughly enjoy and live fully where you're at the moment? Or do you choose to focus on the negative? I am Michelle Wendt, educator, life advocate, and integrative wellness practitioner with Standing the Gap. And I am blessed and passionate about standing the gap from where you are to where you can and want to be. Be blessed.